In this video, we're going to talk about the anxiety epidemic, and I'm going to tell you one big primary reason why you suffer with anxiety from time to time or chronically or whatever, to varying degrees. I'm going to tell you why here. And let's start off by saying we have all been programmed from childhood, from birth, from even pre-birth, by society, by the modern systems, to come sliding into a vagina, right? Pew! Come out here crying. And right away, the first thing that you've got to do is kindergarten. 3, 4 years old. Go to kindergarten and go to school. And why do we go to school? Because you need to get a degree. Why do you gotta get a degree? Because you need to get a job. Why do you gotta get a job? Because if you don't get a job, the monsters will eat you, and you will be left to be food for the worms. Okay, so there's this immediate anxiety. Okay, this immediate rush that you've got to be somewhere. You're a kid, you're a little kid, 3 years old. You've got to be somewhere. You've got to go do some important work, some important stuff. You've got to work for your future. Your parents, your aunts, your teachers start to ask you, what do you want to be? What do you want to be? You could be a doctor, you could be an engineer, you could be this, you could be that. And you're just a kid. You don't give a shit. You want to go play. You've ever hang around kids? Okay, you remember yourself as a kid. What do you want to do? You just want to play. Because you got you're purer at that point. You're a more pure expression of consciousness. And we established in previous videos that God is a kid. That God actually just wants to play. That God, the Lila creation, the world of form, is essentially the creation of a very bored consciousness. I mean, it just got bored and it wanted to play. So that's why kids want to play all the time, because kids are a pure expression of the divine, pure expression of consciousness, and that's all they want to do is play. And here you are, these badly programmed adults, these anxious mind hives, just programs. I mean, most people are just programs. You're literally looking at programs, just programs unfolding, okay? And they're already rushing the kid to be something, to do something, to be somewhere. And then eventually that kid grows up to be that adult. You see, they grow up to be like their parents, like their teachers, like all these poor souls, okay? Most people they don't know their predicament. They're asleep. They do not see their predicament. They do not see the way it is. So, it's both funny and tragic at the same time. You'll always see me crack a little bit of smile with some compassion in my heart, but it's kind of funny. It's actually mostly funny, I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah, there's this anxiety that starts off with being a child, with being a kid, who just wants to play, but is being rushed by his parents and by his peers, by his parents, by his teachers mostly, by his relatives, to do something and be somewhere. And yeah, the kid grows up with this anxiety. The kid doesn't know. They get to become a teenager, and now they're freaking out. They're going through all these hormonal changes, and they're already so badly programmed by society, by the programs that are running in the society, which their parents are part of, their teachers are part of. Yeah, and they're freaking out. So they become adults, they start to develop stronger egos, storylines. They want to identify with this musical group, or with this big superstar, or with this new movement, vegan, carnivore, sport team. You start to look for identities, okay? And eventually you come to the existential problem of, I'm going to die. So you have all these different sources of anxiety coming to you. So here you are, a 27, 28-year-old, and you're freaking out. You're freaking out. You are freaking out. I mean, here you are, you've done everything society told you to do. You're working, you're making a living, you're surviving, you're secure, you've got somebody you can mate with, and you're freaking the fuck out. You're anxious, you're freaking out. You're freaking out because you're under the impression that you are going somewhere important. And you're under the impression that there is a big candy bar at the end of this, right? Really, most people are chasing this candy bar. Like they think there's like a big candy bar there that's gonna satisfy them. So you're late 20s, early 30s, and you're freaking out, you're anxious. You're going to see psychiatrists, you're on anxiety pills, you have no idea what's going on here. You're freaking out, of course you should be freaking out. Because you did everything you're supposed to do. Everything. You have been a perfect citizen. You've done everything you're supposed to do. You got your degree, you're working. Aren't you? You're working. You don't have to worry about money. You're earning a living. You don't have to worry about a mate. You got somebody here with you. Okay? You sleep around, you do whatever. Okay, you're still freaking out, you're still anxious. Because there's many causes for this. There's the existential anxiety. I'm not going to talk about it in this video. But I'm going to read the quote by the great genius Said. He wrote it some few days ago. At the lower level of the game, everything is important. Everything is profound. We're all going somewhere important. At the higher level, there's nothing happening. There's nowhere to go, nothing to do. There's no destination. There never was. And everything in the illusion of form is merely a happening, an unfolding of programmed processes. There is no doer, but simply a watcher. Watching the illusion, perfectly centered in the isness of all of it. Okay? Because we think there is somewhere important to be. We have been programmed. This is the compassion comes in. But I gotta crack a smile just because it's funny, okay? You've got to have some compassion. You've got to see that it's all just people programmed that way. They're programmed to think there is somewhere to go. To think that there's an end goal somehow to life. And I'm here to break it down to you, my sweet friends. There is no end goal to life. There is no end goal to existence. The whole point of being is the point of being. Much like when you dance and much like when you listen to music. What is the point of dancing and what is the point of listening to music other than the music itself, the dance itself? That's all of life in a nutshell, because life is a dance, and you see the dance of yin and yang, zeros and ones, and the whole life is programmed with zeros and ones. It's the zeros and ones dancing, creating this illusion, this world of form. So it's a dance. That's it. It's Leela. It's play. It's a dance. So there really, as it turns out, when you go to a higher perspective and you start to see things from a higher perspective, it turns out there isn't really anywhere to go, that there is no destination, that there is no final destination, there isn't even a big candy bar at the end. The candy bar is right here. You're the candy bar, okay? You are the candy bar. You are the big candy bar at the end of the road. The candy bar is right here. It's been here all along, okay? There really is nowhere to go. Where are you going? Tell me right now, okay? Where are you going? Where are you going? Really, let's take a look here. You're 27 and you're a handsome man or you're a beautiful woman, and here we are. Where are you going? Where are you going? I can tell you where you're going. You're going to the graveyard. That's where you're going. You're going to the graveyard. I'm going to the graveyard. That I can assure you. Okay? So there is some assurance there. Don't worry, my sweetheart. You're going to be okay, because you're going to go to the graveyard. And the truth of the matter is, as ironic as this statement is, that's actually a comforting thing. Because, this plane of existence is full of turmoil and suffering. And your consciousness will have a lot of freedom to go and hang around different parts of the game, of the consciousness software. Because this plane of existence can be very restrictive. Okay? And I've heard it that, it's been described by disembodied entities, let's say, spirit guides and whatnot, that death is like taking a tight shoe. If it's just like you know, when you have a tight shoe and you took it off and it feels good, that's kind of how it feels. So actually, ironically, don't worry, you're gonna die. That's okay. And so as you see, once you begin to see things how they are like that, then you're in no rush to do anything anymore. You know, there is a saying, nature is in no rush, and yet everything gets done. There's a line from the Tao Te Ching, when nothing is done, nothing is left undone. And when you realize that, you know, I am really going nowhere, and I don't even know why I'm running around like a headless chicken, chasing some candy bar at the end of the road. Okay, some light at the end of the tunnel. There is no light at the end of the tunnel. You are the light. Okay, you are the tunnel and you are the light. Okay, but it's not, there is no tunnel here. Even all this nonsense that I talk about here about enlightenment. You know, I have like a report called 7 Pillars of Enlightenment, right? I have a project that I'm running called Enlightenment University, and it's all hilarious from my point of view. It's all hilarious because even the game of enlightenment, it's happening through you. Like, we're all getting enlightened one way or another, somehow. That's just the way the game is programmed. So really, like, don't even rush enlightenment, because, you know, you'll get enlightened when you get enlightened. Okay, but we have to make believe that we're doing something. It's nice for the ego, okay? But really, there is no rush to get enlightened. There is no rush to make money. There is no rush to have sex and have mates and be in a loving relationship. And, you know, there's no rush. Okay, there's no rush. There's no rush. There is no rush. Okay, this rushing, this constant running around like a headless chicken is causing people immense anxiety. And when you go back, it's just bad programming. It's bad programming by society, because society tells you there is a big candy bar at the end when there isn't any candy bar. There really isn't. There is not. You are the candy bar. Okay, you don't believe me? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You don't want to believe me that you're the candy bar and you're this delicious, beautiful thing? It's okay. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe me. You'll know one day when the time is right, right? When the time is right, you'll know. You'll know. But yeah, if you can begin to incorporate a more relaxed approach and realize that, hey, I'm gonna die anyway. What's the rush? Why am I rushing? Let me enjoy the ride. Let me enjoy. Let me go smell the roses. You know what? What's the big rush here? I'm gonna go. It's funny. It's hilarious. You're literally on a rush to your graveyard. That's what it is. People are in a rush to die. Well, death is gonna happen anyway. Don't worry about it. I assure 100% of the human population that you will get to the final destination. That is, you know what? You can go sue me in the court. You can go and sue me, but I give you guarantee. You can sue me. You can sue me and say, okay, no, you lied. I guarantee you will die. I guarantee you will get there. Okay? So don't rush getting there, because we're all going to get there sooner or later. And yeah, and that's a huge cause for many people for anxiety. So recognize your programming, recognize the faultness of it, and just don't take society seriously, honestly. Don't take the games the society tells you, seriously. Play them, play the games, whatever games you're into. You're into the law game, you want to be a lawyer, you're into the medical field, you want to be a doctor, you're into the engineering game, you're into the art game. Play the game, but it's a game. It's a game. I don't even know how else to tell you, but I know I keep repeating that in my videos, but truly nothing is to be taken too seriously. There's difference between serious and sincere. When you play the game from a sincere place, and that's what is known in the light and love community as follow your bliss, then you're basically doing that thing where you dance and sing, and there's no point in dancing and no point in singing. There is no point in me making these videos. Believe me, I am not here to help you. I am not here to be a superhero. I am not here to save the world. I am not here to do anything. There is no point in me making this video. There absolutely is no point of me doing anything. But it is what it is. It is happening. It is happening. I can't not make a video. That's for sure. I can't not talk about this stuff. I just can't not do it. It's part of the storyline of my character, right? And I'm dancing here with you with the words. We're both dancing. The dance we're partaking in now is the dance of listening and speaking. You think there's a speaker, you think there's a listener, but that's part of the illusion. There's no speaker and there's no listener. There are just things happening. Okay. It's play. It's just we're dancing. There is a dance. The world of form is all about the dance. The dance. It's a dance. So don't rush and dance and participate and do your dance. Do it with sincerity. Be sincere. Okay, that's what authentic is. And that's about it. That's about it. If you are interested in all the nonsense, especially the enlightenment nonsense that I keep talking about in these videos, that I keep annoying you with, that I keep rushing you with, then I wrote a report, an 11-page report called 7 Pillars of Enlightenment. Okay? So you can check it out down below. It's for free. So you'll see it in the comments probably. Okay? But hey, there's no rush. You don't have to get it right now because you'll keep hearing me annoying you with it, and eventually one day you'll be like, let's check it out. Okay. Other than that, I love you. Okay, I love you here. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay, and until next time, may the force be with you.